The grass is greener on the other side. Hi, it's Hannah. So today we're just gonna do a little Q&A, little life update. Been meaning to do one of these for winter quarter, which is now almost over. It's week 8. We have 10 weeks total, so 2 more to go. And then life's over until the spring. Beautiful. It's cold here. I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram. I'm gonna go through those and answer some of your questions. All of these. So we'll answer a few of them. How many hours do you study each week? On average though, it's like 5 or 6. My friends try to limit me because I have a tendency to try to do too much. But then on the weekend, it can be like 14 hours a day. Like this past weekend, I had a research paper to do and a midterm this past Monday, so I spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just exclusively doing work. It was awful. Not every weekend is like that. Most weekends are really fun, but there are some weekends like that. What's your fave thing about Massachusetts? So I live in New Hampshire, but I am from Massachusetts. My favorite thing about Massachusetts is that it just like has everything. Like I don't know, I just think it's like objectively the best state. Like we have like the best education, the best healthcare. We have cities, we have mountains, we have beaches, we have just like all 4 seasons, beautiful seasons, great sports teams. I don't know, I just think it's kind of the ideal place. Vanessa asked, do you like Harry Potter? I have never seen a single Harry Potter movie or read a word from any of the books. I've heard that other kids in Ivy Leagues are too competitive and snobby. Is it true? Well, I have heard that stereotype of other colleges. I really don't think it's true here. I definitely would not describe the typical Dartmouth student as snobby or competitive. Like, I think we're all competitive with ourselves. Like, we're all, like, obviously pretty accomplished students, but, like, so, like, we always want to do our best. We always want to, get the best grade on a test or whatever that we can, but we're not like competitive with each other. It's a very collaborative atmosphere here, at least. All technicalities aside, which Ivy would you go to if Dartmouth didn't exist? I'm assuming this is like under the assumption that I would get into these other schools if I applied. So under that assumption, Princeton would be my answer because the reason I chose Dartmouth was its undergraduate focus, and I think Princeton is very well known for that, and I think Princeton has a really good undergraduate program. In fact, I think it's like one of, if not the only school ranked higher than Dartmouth in terms of undergraduate education. Somebody asked for book recommendations. I don't read. I'm sorry, like I really don't read. Really wish that I loved reading books because it would complete the nerd package, but I don't like it. Do you regret taking APs in high school? Some of my friends who've already graduated say they do. I personally do not regret taking the APs that I did. None of my APs from high school count for any credit here. Like, I got placed out of a few classes, but that's it. But I don't regret taking them because I think they allowed me to get the most education out of high school that I could have. Did you apply to any scholarships to help you pay for college? I got a really great financial aid package from Dartmouth, but I did apply to local scholarships that have been helping me pay for my time here. I have a lot of questions about my major/career ideas right now. So I came in with the idea of majoring in biomedical engineering, but the more I've looked into that, the more I've realized that that's a major set up mostly for like pre-med kids, and I definitely am not pre-med. So I've been exploring other options right now. I still have interest in engineering, but I'm not sure if I will graduate with an engineering degree. Right now I'm considering either engineering sciences modified with some sort of biology, or just a biology degree with a concentration in genetics, or something similar, or even astronomy. I don't know, we'll see. I have no idea, but that's fine. What's the party scene at Dartmouth like? Is it really the party Ivy? There are 4 on nights a week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night people go out, and there's always stuff happening on campus. We don't really have a lot of dorm parties, but we have a lot of Greek life here, and honestly I think the Greek life at Dartmouth is really interesting because like we have frats that don't exist, and frats and sororities that like don't exist anywhere else in the country. Like if you go on the Wikipedia page for like fraternities and sororities, like the lists of them, like there are like a dozen that are just specific to Dartmouth College, which I think is really interesting. I think Greek life here is different than other colleges. Like, I've been to other schools and Greek life has just been really like exclusive and just very, very like cramped, and I don't know, just like in terms of like the party scene, but here it's very, very inclusive. Anyone, any gender can get into any party. All you need is an ID, and everything's free, and it's great. How are your grades so far? They're fine. They're not perfect, but I'm happy. My perception on grades has definitely changed a lot since coming to school. I'm really not as stressed about them anymore, and everything's really just like in reference to the median. Like, you can get like a D on a test, but like the median could be like also a D, so that D is really like a B plus, and everything's just different. Every class is different, every grading scale is different. Like, in the end, you'll probably be fine. Does Dartmouth seem biased towards any singular area of study? I believe like 50% of people that go to school here will end up pursuing a career in like finance of some sort. Like, econ and gov are really, really popular majors here, but I don't think that there's an underlying bias towards them. I think people can pursue whatever they want. I don't think there's really any hostility. Yeah. What classes are you taking this winter quarter at Dartmouth? Really boring ones, actually. I'm taking introductory physics, math, and writing. Just kidding. They're not boring classes. My writing class is actually really interesting. It's called The Colonial Experience. We're reading Victorian literature and looking at its themes through the colonial era. And my physics class, like, it's mechanics. I've taken mechanics before. Doesn't mean this class is necessarily easy, but it's not hard, but like it's not necessarily interesting. And then math, I'm taking calculus of vector valued functions. That started out pretty rough with like the spherical coordinates, and it's gotten better, and it's almost done. I'm really looking forward for the term to be over, because then I can take a break from math, from like straight up just math, hopefully forever. Depending on my major, I might have to take differential equations, but still, that's at the most one more math class, so thank God. Do you think imposter syndrome is a thing at Dartmouth? Yes, it definitely is. Well, I haven't necessarily, it hasn't necessarily been a problem in my life. A lot of my friends and just people I know have they've dealt with it and they've felt it at moments, and sometimes like, well, it may not be an overwhelming feeling. I think everyone experiences it, like, for at least a fleeting moment. But I think it's important to keep a broad perspective and understand that if you're here for a reason, and you deserve to be here. How are you mentally able to get through high school? Sports, probably sports, and good teachers. Just having like outlets for when like I was really stressed out, because looking back, I really did overwork myself in high school. Like, there were days when I just like wouldn't get any sleep, and I would just like stress over the smallest things, and looking back, it was really just like not worth it at all. Like, in high school, I averaged like 5 hours of sleep a night, which really wasn't good, especially because I was an athlete, and here I get like over 8 hours a night on average, and it's just improved my like mental health so much. Work hard, but like understand that eating right and getting sleep and taking care of yourself will really make you a more happy and productive person. The teachers and friends who were there for me when I needed to vent, and sports and other activities as an outlet are definitely helpful ways of getting through high school. Do you think it's wrong for people to wear Ivy sweatshirts if they don't go to that school? No, I mean, me personally, I didn't buy like any college apparel until I got accepted to school, just because like I was weirdly superstitious. But I don't think it's wrong. I think it can sometimes be fashionable. Like, everyone wears like Harvard stuff, you know, I've already mentioned that in my videos. Like, I don't know, I probably think it was a little bit weird if like somebody was just walking around in like a Columbia sweatshirt and they weren't from New York and they didn't have any friends or family who went there. Like, I just think that would kind of be a weird choice. Advice for an aspiring valedictorian: believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it, tell yourself you can do it, and don't stop till you do it. How are the research opportunities being a Dartmouth undergrad? Really, really good. Literally, if you want to do any research, just email a professor and be like, hey, I want to do research, or email a lab or whatever, and you have pretty good odds of being able to work with them. Come to Ireland. I would love to. My goal for 2019 is to get out of the country. I've never left the United States. Are you thinking about studying abroad? I am. I'm trying to, by the time I leave this school, either go to Costa Rica, South Africa, or both. How many APs did you take in your 4 years of high school? I took 10. How hard is Dartmouth? It's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard, but it's bearable. Some things I dislike about it here, it's really cold. Like, it's just cold, but it's like better. January was like 10 degrees every day, but now we're like hitting the 20s and 30s, and like that feels really warm, especially when it's sunny out, so that's made life better. Do you believe in fate or do you believe in free will? We're asking the deep questions today. I think I believe in free will. What's your biggest piece of advice for freshman year in college? Socially, just talk to people, especially at the beginning of the year before like people settle into their friend groups. Just like go up and talk to people, introduce yourself to people. Nobody, like, everybody's lost, everyone's in a new place, everyone wants new friends. Just, even if you're an introvert, just force yourself to be an extrovert for a week. Find people. Yeah, and academically, take courses that interest you. Like, my freshman fall, I took courses that really interested me and I really enjoyed my course load. I felt it was well balanced, and I pursued stuff that, I took classes and stuff that I never had before. Whereas right now, I'm just mostly taking prerequisites for majors and minors, and I am much less happy with my course load because I'm not learning new, exciting things. And also, take a philosophy class, or a religion class, or a social values class. Just discuss society. You will learn so much. And it will make you really happy. And that is where I'm gonna cut this off. I think. Someone asked me what my dream job was. Astronaut. Just kidding. Actually, I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Maybe an astrobiologist or something. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea where my life is going. Goodbye. Again, I'm Hannah. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more fun stuff. Bye.